So it's so funny.
A group of entrepreneurs say there is a need for a robust collaboration between the entrepreneurs and government for effective entrepreneurship and governance for human and national development. This group believes that private and public sector governance are drivers for development globally, and as such, Nigeria must encourage it. In his remarks, Oyo State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Seun Fakorede, emphasized the importance of this summit on youth development and its impact in nation development. Seun encouraged the youth to take charge of their country and participate actively in the forthcoming general election.
It's actually a very, very welcome development. Nigerians, especially the youth, leadership is actually a very, very strong one for us, and that's why we cannot have enough of this kind of events, because people need to keep getting abreast with what's how they ought to position themselves, how they ought to serve the people that they have influence over. So I think it's really a welcome development and a very, very good one. Entrepreneurship and governance is actually they are in the same party, under the same umbrella, and that is why for every government, just like I said during my presentation, that every government, no government should have any business doing business, but to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. So when we have a good government in place, there are policies that they actually put in place to promote the enterprise of the state, to promote commerce, to promote entrepreneurship like that. So I believe so strongly that the time when we have better leadership in place, where we have good leadership in place, it really affects the enterprise of that particular nation, and that's why I look forward to us having even this coming elections to have a very free and fair one. And hopefully, it's a government that would now, give credence to entrepreneurship and enterprise. So go get your PVC, go pick it up, and when you pick it up on the day of the election, make sure that you do the needful by exercising your franchise and voting, for the candidates who you think will be able to take Nigeria to the promised land or to a better place.
Convener of the Leadership Roundtable Summit, Abayomi Adewumi, said the intention of the platform is to build capable leaders in all spheres of life. Abayomi said the aim of the summit is to use creativity and optimism to inspire people. He encouraged them to realize and fulfill their potentials.
Governance and entrepreneurship are so intertwined. They don't stand alone, because entrepreneurship drives governance. Governance enables entrepreneurship. So when both of them stand alone, there's a disconnect. And that disconnect is what leads to a backward society. A forward-thinking society is a society where government is enabling entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship is driving innovation and advancement of the economy. What we hope to do is be able to remove the apathy that a lot of entrepreneurs have towards governance and politics, and we've been able to do that with our two panel sessions we have today. Fantastic panel session. People were able to understand the break, where there is a intersection between these two parts and what each body needs to do. Because we brought people from politics, governance, we brought them here, we brought entrepreneurs of means and that have been in this industry for a while, brought them together, and we were able to come together, and as a report from this, we are going to be coming up with a white paper development that will contain a lot of what we discussed here, policy direction that can be submitted for people to read. Government must see itself more like an enabler than a regulator for entrepreneurship in the country. If they want it to grow, you must see yourself as enabling growth, because the more you enable growth, the easier it is to tax. The easier it is to tax, the more revenue you have. So be an enabler and not a regulator. And for the entrepreneurs, be an innovator and not a complainant.
The theme for this year's symposium came in very handy, because this year is an election year, and it's important, it's very crucial to look at the intersection between politics, entrepreneurship, business and governance. And through this year's theme, which is an intersection between entrepreneurship and politics, we're able to discuss the key topics that are relevant to the situation of Nigeria at this present time, because elections is a few days away. really the countdown. So it's important to discuss those crucial things before making our choice for the next presidential candidate and also other elective positions in the country.
It was a beautiful event. I learned a lot, especially regarding politics, governance, and things that government can put in place for entrepreneurs and what entrepreneurs also can do for the government, right? So it was a balance of both worlds, entrepreneurship and governance. The first place to start is to get our PVCs, because you can't vote, you can't elect somebody, you can't elect a president without actually getting your PVCs to vote. And don't just get your PVCs, go out and vote. Your vote counts.
Access 24 News correspondent Teslim Olaniran reports that the gathering applauded the organizers for placing so much importance on career development by providing youths with opportunities to upgrade themselves and pursue their careers. He adds that the Leadership Roundtable Summit is an initiative of the Global Leadership Institute, birthed with the aim of reaching out to different segments of the society by informing, inspiring and teaching them through seasoned speakers and facilitators.